checks. It's me, Maja Chef Check, and welcome to another Lalaloopsy Repaint. Today we have this paint bucket and paintbrush, so that's a double episode, I guess. But anyways, I got it from an eBay set with this doll. I will think about this doll someday, but not now. And there was a blue zebra and a ladder in this set. And thank you for the kind words if the seller is watching this. It really meant a lot to me and this repaint series on YouTube. After I bought this from you, I just really wanted to do this series. I will not reveal anything publicly with names or anything like that, just to keep personal information private about the seller. But if you are watching this, thank you so much. But anyways, let's do a repaint on the paint bucket and paintbrush. What an interesting combination. So we have a berry color or a cherry pink color, so I'm going to keep that. Just want to customize the bucket and the paintbrush itself, so I'm going to do mint green for the paintbrush color. The paintbrush to paint the paint with. So let's get the lime green and turquoise and also white mixed paints to create the mint green that I want to paint on this piece of paper. Let's get the paint mixing. I thought the paint bucket would be an interesting repaint episode, so that's what I'm doing. Ooh, I like that refreshing turquoise mint color. Let's mix it up. Ooh. Now let's paint the wooden part of the paintbrush in that. The silver I'm trying to keep because it will look more realistic that way. So that's what I'm doing with it. Paintbrush painted, and I'll just use the rest of the acrylic paint to paint a dollhouse. Painted, and time for it to dry. I hope the seller's granddaughter would enjoy seeing or childhood toys turn into my works of art. But let's let that dry. And now let's do the paint bucket. I want to actually make a functional handle for it, so I'm going to trim off the sculpted on one and make my own one. Silver sculpted on handle has been removed. I added a fabrics strap that will be the handle that will actually be a better position for those to carry it. I will paint it silver later after this dries, so let's let that dry first before we paint on silver. And I want to add cute little details after the silver paint job to fix whatever happened to it. But first let's let it dry. And why did I touch it? Anyways, let's just leave that. And the cute little details, well, I still have the mint paint that I've made, so maybe while this is drying, I'm going to repaint some cute beads and that while it's drying. So I think I'm going to do flower beads. Tiny flower beads for that. What are the smallest ones I have? These. They're gold, but I'm going to paint them mint green. And I also have this one. Just use up that rest of whatever paint, whatever I have left of that paint. So let's wet the paint and paint the tiny little flowers mint. And done. Time to let it all dry. Everything dried. And I'm going to put the paintbrush and decorations away for now. And I'm going to paint the bucket silver just to redo that paint job that I have destroyed for the handle, but it was worth it anyway. So painting on with silver acrylic paint to patch that up. patch up what I have destroyed. To fix it now with acrylic paint. Then I will get a finer brush for this. And at this point I had to paint the entire bucket another shade of silver because it wasn't matching anymore. So I painted the already silver bucket into a different shade of silver. A lighter shade of silver. But whatever, as long as it looks organic. Lid on. It's fine. And the handle is also going to be painted silver, but yet I'm keeping the cherry pink paint in the bucket and the paintbrush. So there we go. And after painting that silver, it looks like this. Now it's time to let the bucket dry. Hopefully there will be no more of, no more of the patchiness that I have created because it was very patchy, but I wanted to change out the handle, so that's why I had to do it. And yes, the paintbrush, I also want the silver of the bucket to match the silver of the paintbrush. And now let's get it on the paintbrush, not the painting paintbrush, the doll paintbrush, the Lalaloopsy paintbrush. So let's fix the silver up. I know it is already silver, but I'm painting it another shade of silver anyways. Okay. Time to let it dry until I can add on more details to it. Those cute little mint green flowers. And while these are drying, I'm also going to let another thing dry. I'm going to add bead decorations to these flowers to add more tiny little details, even more than that, into the repaint. So that's what I'm doing, and there we go. Now everything has to dry. Everything dried. I'm going to use some silver sepia glitter on the handle of the paint bucket. And I'm going to add flowers to decorate the area around the handle with, so there's the mint green one with the blue and the
blue
and
one,
then the pink bead. So here's the pink bead. There we go. There. I think I need to add more details to it. So let's add some orange details to it to add even more colorful details to it. And everything's painted, so I removed the painted piece of paper because I did not need it anymore for this video. I just needed to add glue and decorations. So let's just add some orange details to the paint bucket. And here. Done. Time to let it dry, but the paintbrush is done. So now I'm just going to add more of this glitter and let it dry. It dried. I'm checking the paint job. Is it good or does it need to be fixed? I'm just analyzing it. So it looks the best possible. So I think it's like, I wish I could hide this better. So I think I'm going to paint the undercolor with even another layer of silver, hoping that will fix that. Just need to fix whatever happened. But this was necessary for this to be cut off in order for the new handle to go in and also look good, because I don't want it to look weird with two handles, one usable and one not. So that's why I had to just cut that off. But okay, whatever it takes, I will do it. And I'm trying to avoid the beads. Make sure that does not get painted silver. And the same for the cherry pink paint drip. So there's some dripping paint. I think I'll try to make it look better. But a question to myself, do I have the right cherry pink paint? I will check whatever I have the closest paint to this. I think it will do. That's the closest paint color, acrylic paint color that I have that I could use to fix the paint drip. So it works. It's very similar, if not the same. So I will kind of fix it and make it look more realistic. The dripping paint. Oh, that's a bit too realistic, actually. But yet, you need the right balance of realistic and cartoonish to pull this off. Something like this. So, the paint drips are fixed. Now, it got into the lines on the bucket, but that's okay. I can just paint over that. And I'll fix the paint drip even more. This is how it looks like. And that. Inside. Seems like a good idea to also include a puddle of this paint, because painting is really messy, especially wall painting. But the most important part is that I fixed that paint job, and I think I'm going to add some more details to the drips of paint. It's like dripping paint. Don't want it to look too runny, but yet like a well-used paint bucket. But yet the paint that is actually good quality, but not too runny, but a little bit runny. And I think drips should be at the back too. So at least some drips of paint, because if the handle is like this, then I have to make sure it's more consistent with the use of paint the dolls will have and how much it has been used, and yet also how much paint is in the bucket and how the dolls are using it. So that's what I'm doing. Hence the beads that are added to make some cute details. To add some cute little details that I don't know how they did not get paint on them, but it's unrealistic. But maybe I'll add a splatter of these. Maybe some just subtle drips, because I don't want it to lose the cuteness factor, but I want them to look somewhat realistic to how much this paint bucket would have been used. Okay. It's very interesting to work with that paint bucket, so that's one of the reasons I bought this on eBay. That's one of the reasons. Just I used a lot that someone didn't want, somebody's granddaughter did not want anymore. Well, although she may have lost interest in these, I still have it, but for other reasons than you would expect. Although she may have lost interest in Lalaloopsy yet. Will she watch this and think of her childhood with this video, but also how it can also be turned into art? So after painting it like this, oh wow, I wasn't going to paint that at all, but it looks more consistent that way. So let's let it dry before concluding this video. So chef checks, that's the finished product of today's repaint. Please tell me what you think of it. And I think the added paint drips on the bucket actually reflect the reality of painting. It's a true mess to paint, and that is supposed to reflect and be an accurate depiction of a well-used paint bucket. It's still fun, although messy, so that's what I wanted to depict with that. And spot. I forgot the name, but it was my childhood Lalaloopsy. But it was the tiniest, but this one I did not have, but I think Spot needs more drips all over her dress than this, because that's an understatement of how messy it is. It would be even more accurate to reality, although Lalaloopsy are fictional, so that's just my opinion about that idea. And still, please tell me what you think of my paintbrush as well as the paint bucket. Please tell me what you think of it in the comments. And thank you for watching. And for the seller, please make sure to watch this video, because although some people may lose interest in things, someone else can be interested, and that just really shows the potential these things could have if sold on eBay for a reasonable price. They could make even more interesting repaints with these. So I hope you all like this paint bucket, and paintbrush. I still also have her zebra. In my childhood, I had a red striped zebra, but this one is blue. It was reverse splatters, but yes, that's what I remembered. But my zebra was red, not blue stripes. So that's what. And I still have the ladder, but I hadn't thought about what to do with it yet. Maybe one day. But anyways, bye, Chef Chucks. See you in another video. Bye.